And the Commission of Inquiry was therefore set up by the President to investigate and, as Bonita says, to uncover the truth of what happened on that tragic day. And we are now talking about over 250 miners who were on the copy on that day. They were therefore material witnesses to what occurred. Some were injured on that day, and as we will also recall, they were also subsequently arrested and bizarrely charged with the murder of their fellow workers by the NPA. We'll remember that I think it was in October last year that they faced these charges. And as a result of the outrage from society, the NPA were forced to review their decision and to revoke it temporarily. But these workers still have those criminal charges hanging over them. Those charges can be reinstated by the NPA if they choose to do so. Yet, on the other hand, we have no police officers that have yet been charged with any of the murders that took place on that day. Judge Farlam needs to hear all of the parties in order to arrive at the truth, to try and uncover exactly what it is that led to those to the massacre on that day. The government has instituted the commission, and therefore surely, in order to enable Judge Farlam to execute his mandate, the responsibility lies on government to make the funds available to enable him to do his job. To appoint a commission of inquiry and then to ask the commission to do its job with its hands tied behind its back is not going to lead to a result that South Africa requires.
Some of the statutes that govern how, or regulations, how the Commission shall do its work is the Commissions Act, that's the 1947 Commissions Act, but parts of the Constitution as well. Now, the professor spoke about the issue of equity and fairness, but inclusivity is part of it. Can the Commission do its work properly if it does not hear evidence and corroborate that evidence with all interested or affected stakeholders?
I think that the credibility of the inquiry, the credibility of any of its findings, will be tainted if all the parties are not represented and if all parties do not have an adequate opportunity to present their evidence to Judge Farlam to enable him to take all factors into account in reaching his conclusions and in any recommendations he may make. So I think this is a critical issue as far as the integrity and the credibility of the process is concerned. We're a year down the line, and yet we are still nowhere near close to receiving a report on what happened on that day. And we need to find a solution to this so that the Commission can expedite its work and come up with findings that can enable us as a country to take the appropriate action against those who were irresponsible on that day and to begin to move on.